Have you ever tried connecting your web app to GeoServer only to be blocked by the dreaded CORS errors? Don't worry, in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to enable CORS in GeoServer so that your maps load seamlessly across all platforms. So let's get started. Okay, so here you can see that I have my GeoServer app and running, and I did follow all the instructions for installation and also did logged in. You can see that I'm logged in as admin. So make sure that you also check out the videos where I show you how to install GeoServer, and you'll be ready to go. So here I have my simple web mapping application that I'm just displaying some of the polygons for the states, and I also have to click around so that I can see some of the features being represented here. And so here you can see that, let me just refresh this. So when I refresh, you can see that we don't have the errors now, but if I try to click on any of these polygons for the states, let me say maybe I click on this one here, you can see that I don't get my pop-up here because I've configured inside my code that I need to click and get the pop-up to display the data that is inside this polygon or that is associated with this polygon. So you can see the error says that access to fetch at this URL 8080 for GeoServer, of course, from origin localhost 1500, which is 5500 for my index.html or my front end, has been blocked by CORS policy. No access control allow origin. Header is present on the requested resource. So this means that the CORS is actually blocking out my localhost to access the localhost GeoServer or the 8080 port for GeoServer, because you can see here that my localhost web application is running on 5500, and then my GeoServer is on port 880. So it is like someone is trying to trespass to your plot without your consent. I think that is the basic understanding that I can try to tell you. So you can see here that 5500 is trying to access the 8080 so that it can grab some of the features or some of the layers from GeoServer and display it on its own client side. So what we are supposed to do is that we are supposed to ensure that there is communication between our port, which is 5500, and port 880 for GeoServer. So what you are supposed to do here is you need to go to your where you've installed or where you unzipped your folder for your file for GeoServer, since I show you how to install GeoServer here inside my program files. So I'll go there inside my program files, and then I scroll down to GeoServer folder. You can see this is where I actually unzipped my GeoServer, because when you go and download, there are two ways of installing, which I'm just going to talk about in a few minutes. But if you go to where you did actually unzip your binary file for GeoServer, you need to go to Web Apps. So here I'm in my program files GeoServer, and then inside my Web Apps I need to go to Web Apps, and then I click on GeoServer, and at GeoServer you can see that we have the Web Info. So click on Web Info here, and you can see here that we have some of the folders and files. What you are supposed to do is you need to click on the Web.xml file to open this. So I'm going to open this with Visual Studio Code, which I would recommend that you also do that, because it will allow us to actually see exactly where the issue is. So if I click on that to open with Visual Studio Code, you can see here that this is our Web.xml file, and it has a lot of files which we are not supposed to edit anything unless what we are supposed to do. So here the Web.xml file comes when you install your GeoServer, and after configurations you'll be able to access it here. So what you are supposed to do is we need to scroll down up to around this line. For my case it is line 137, and you can see it says that uncomment following filter to enable CORS in Jetty. And we are not supposed to forget the second config block further down. So this one is actually the code that we are supposed to uncomment so that we enable the CORS in Jetty. So if you go and download the binary file for GeoServer and then follow the instructions like what I did in my previous video, you will be doing installation through the Jetty format. And if you used another format, which is maybe, let's say, Tomcat, so some other developers do install Tomcat and then they use Tomcat to download and install GeoServer. So for my case, I didn't use Tomcat here, but if you did use Tomcat to install GeoServer, then you need to uncomment this line up to down here. So you just need to remove this line here, and then you need to make sure you only comment the first line. That way you'll have uncommented this line and you'll be able to go ahead with running your GeoServer, and it will be able to communicate with different ports, because GeoServer runs on port 8080. So since I'm using Jetty for my GeoServer, I only need to uncomment this code here. So I'm going to delete this here, and then I'll go to the first line, and then I just need to comment this. So I can just do that, or you can just Control X whatever has been here, and then you paste it to the far end of the line, just as we have done here. So you can see that if I do that, I have uncommented this line, and now GeoServer can be accessed by different ports. So let's say maybe port 3000, which is for React, or any other port. Okay, so after you've done that, you see that they said up here that do not forget the second config. So you need to scroll down here, and you can see that we also have this uncomment following filter to enable CORS. So you also need to say, maybe say Control X and then paste the line there. So this way it will enable you to uncomment this line here, which says cross origin. So we have enabled everything inside cross origin. So that means that we are able to now connect between our localhost, which is 5500, to communicate with port 8080. Okay, so after you've done this, you just go ahead and close that, and then you need to make sure that you restart your GeoServer. So if you go here to GeoServer, go to bin folder. Since mine is already running here, I just need to shut it down so that I'll be able to restart the project. So here you can see that I have like 4 commands. So I have the shutdown batch, shutdown shell, and startup batch, startup shell. I need to click on shutdown batch. Okay, so after it has done that, you can see they say that press any key to continue. So I'll do this press, and then I go here, and it also supposed to tell me that press any key to continue, which I'll do that. So after doing that, if you just go back to GeoServer and try to refresh, it will tell you that it cannot access this file. So you can see this site can't be reached. And if I go to my project here and try to refresh, also not supposed to see it here. So if I do this, of course I still get it there, but you can see that we have an error connection here to get the GeoServer connected to my front end. So what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to restart GeoServer. So I'm just going ahead to click on startup batch, and this is going to rerun or restart GeoServer. And then in a few minutes, we shall be able to again connect to GeoServer and then load the files to our front end. So this is going to take some few minutes, as you can see here, and just give it some few seconds. We shall be told that it has finished. So yes, so you can see it says that server main started and took this time to run. So I'm just going to minimize this, and then I'm going to the GeoServer localhost and then try to refresh. This is supposed to refresh the GeoServer and then open the GUI so that we can be able to log in and access the files. Okay, so after that you can see that the GeoServer is running. So I need to log in. Just click on login here, and this is going to log into GeoServer, and then I'll go ahead to my front end here, refresh the page, and then I'm going to click on any of the polygons of the states here, and you'll see that I'll be able to actually be able to click and get the information for each of the states. So if I click on this one here, you can see that I get the pop-up that says this is Colorado with the population of this number, and it has a land area of these square kilometers. And so you can see here the errors have gone, and I'm able to actually reach out to the features and also try to see some of the data that is within whatever I've clicked on the map here. So this is it. Now that you know how to enable CORS in GeoServer, no more frustrating blocked requests. If this helped, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more geospatial tutorials, and share with someone who is building web apps. Until next time, see you.